Hi guys, welcome to week 2 of our cold bank project. So this is the 6-stroke 7-bed HMO for supported accommodation. This is week 2, as I've said. This rip out has pretty much completed. The door frames are in. So as everything is pretty much been taken out of the property now, including the garden, we've realised that actually it appears that there's not a lot of structural issues, and I think we might, touch wood, might have got away quite lucky with this one. That's not to say that, you know, when you do when you sort of appraise projects like these, you have to be mindful of what's potentially underneath floorboards, behind walls and stuff like that, and you have to have a contingency for them. This one, we might have gotten away lucky, we might not have. Again, you know, I'm sure we'll still find stuff. Okay, let me turn the camera around.
Thank you. So as you can see, we've already got one skip full. A lot of the junk was actually underneath the external stairs in the back garden, which I'll show you. So yeah, rip out's done. It's looking good actually. We're fairly happy with it. So if you step in, you can step into what is the first room, so you can see it now. We have removed all the frames, door frames. We've actually put the new door frames in, and we're obviously going to be doing the remedial work to fix those. But you can see it's a really big room. With this property, from the sourcing stage to, you know, X amount of viewings, to then actually getting the property cleared and seeing it when it was cleared. Again, as Tu mentioned, I'm fairly happy. I'm really happy actually. It's not as bad as I thought in certain areas. We've already done a lot of repairs to the walls. We're not going back to brick on this one, so we've done plenty of wall repairs, which you will see as we go around. We're going to be checking the electrics, and for the most part, we're going to be keeping the electrics. So really, this is a tidy up, a spruce up. So yeah, let me take you through.
As an investor, you always get a bit nervous when you start ripping stuff out.
This first week, so you know, we've had a couple of things come up that we again didn't expect, and then we have to feed back to the investor. But again,
you have to expect not to. You know.
You have to expect certain things to happen. But I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. So I'm walking with me. So this will be the second bedroom. So again, looking really good. We've got those old door frames out last week that you've seen that we was messing about with. So yeah, for the most part, looking good. The fire alarms have just gone off, so at least for the first and second and third test which we've done, we're quite happy with it. We still need to get an electrician in to have a good look and make sure everything is fine. And to be fair, even these rooms, there's plenty of plug sockets. We just really need to ensure that the electrics are fine and they're going to last, you know, a good time. So have a walk with me too into the kitchen area. So we're into the kitchen area now. Now, we did have some concerns initially about the kitchen floor. This was once we had actually done the rip out. Now, if you head over here too, you can see little bits of damp and whatnot around here. So when we actually took the lino off the floor, we obviously discovered the damp. Now, we imagine that the damp's coming from a combination of the water tank over there, this sink over here, which didn't look like it was plumbed in correctly, and maybe even a little bit of damage from the outside. But we've come in and it's been drying out for a few days. It doesn't look like it's getting any worse, so we're fairly happy with that. We're hoping that we're not going to have to change this floor, which is a good move. So into the garden. So in the garden now. Now under here, under this decking here, was literally full of wood. So I'm guessing too, maybe when this was installed many years ago, maybe the previous one that was there, instead of getting a skip and getting rid of the rubbish, they've kind of just thrown it underneath there. But again, fairly solid. This is coming down anyway because the wood here is damaged beyond repair. So we're just going to think of well, we've got a decent solution here. Now, this is something that we've uncovered after removing these wood panels around here, that the wall does look a little bit damaged, so there's definitely going to need to be some repointing happening there. And again, we just need to make sure structurally it's not going to cause any further issues up there. The gates, I believe that's some of the wood actually from underneath there that we've used to repair that gate. But you can see we've got a couple of gates here that aren't in the greatest of condition. So this is something that we're going to need to assess. And also, after looking over here, there is bits and bobs of rubbish now. We don't know, I think if you can just probably angle it up there as well too. Now, again, because of the location of where we're at, we don't know whether it's been tenants from this property previously, or whether it's just turned into a bit of a dumping ground. But again, at some point that's going to need to be addressed, whether it's by ourselves or whether it's by the council that come and actually clear up this area. But yeah, other than that, garden done. Let's quickly run upstairs. I think if we just quickly step into the living room area. So again, same, we're pretty happy with the condition of it, pretty happy with what we're going to be doing here. I won't spend too long in this room. On the stairs toilet, again, apart from just removing some bits and bobs, we haven't done anything with that yet. We head upstairs. So again, into what I call room 3 to make things easier. So again, we've done a lot of repairing on the walls here. So the rooms are really good. This is ultimately what we expected, but we've done some remedial work. There was a lot of, I think there were punch holes in the walls, weren't there too? So there's holes everywhere. Again, potentially, you know, we could have gone back to brick and new plasterboard and plaster, etc. But again, you can see the walls are fairly smooth once they've been repaired, so we're happy with it. So again, ripped out the bathroom. We did have, again, some concerns about the flooring in the bathroom and whether we may need to change them. Looking at it, we probably don't. You can already see there we've done a bit of remedial work and literally just put a bit of a coat of paint on there. So I think if you have a look in here, you can see where we've done a lot of remedial work to the walls. But all good, all good. Flooring on the hallways, pleasantly surprised with. Again, you can see here where the guys have been doing some remedial work to the walls, and they've just been sanding it down just to make the surfaces smooth. So we're hoping that we're going to be really cooking on this project actually. I'll say that room 4. This would probably be, we call this one room 5. Again, you can see all the patchwork, but again, flooring, happy with. Windows we already knew about. Obviously we had good sight of the windows when we were viewing multiple times. Door frames in, and then into room, what we would call room number 6. So this was one thing that I was concerned about, which was an ensuite. It was an ensuite that didn't have a toilet. But all the connections are here, all the waste pipes are here for us to hook up a toilet sink, so it's going to be a good room. This is one of the bigger rooms. Again, there was a little bit of concern about over in this area. We couldn't really tell if it was damp. It was never actually damp to touch, or it wasn't flaking or anything, but on initial looks, again, when the property was tenanted and then even afterwards, it did look as though it may have been damp. But again, looking at it now, it's just wear. It's literally just wear where probably a bed's been pushed up against it and someone's been, I don't know, rubbing their greasy head on there. These are some of the things that will definitely be repaired, so you won't be seeing that in a few weeks. And then let's go up into the loft room. So it's really dusty today because the guys have been sanding where they've come and repaired the walls. So again, into the loft room, which will be room 7. You can see, I think in this room, it looks like it's probably been the most work in terms of repairing the walls. I think the whole of this wall looks like it's been repaired. And then into bathroom up here. So this would, if we were doing a professional HMO, this would be the exclusive bathroom for that room over there. But because we're going supported, it's actually going to be one of the communal bathrooms, one of 2 communal bathrooms. So yeah, other than that, that's a quick update. Again, pleasantly surprised. It's a really good property. It's getting better and better every time I see it, so really happy with it.
Okay, I think this should be a really good one. Again, yeah, pleasant surprise. All right, see you guys next week.